What are some watchouts for students doing applied marketing research? After seeing how students propose doing applied marketing research in a grad program for the past decade, here are some watchouts. Number one, take your time on the research problem and research objectives. Please see my video on that topic. Many students want to skip right through it and get to doing the doing, which is fine in intentions. But if you don't invest the time to set the direction for your applied marketing research, you're going to just waste time and resources. Number two, beware of research with vulnerable populations. That compels you to take many extra precautions and steps, even if you have experts on your staff to guide you. Sometimes that research with vulnerable populations won't be possible. And even if you do all those steps correctly, it could still blow up in your face because these people are vulnerable. So, from the Research Ethics Board's list of vulnerable populations, persons with health problems, persons in long-term health care, persons with mental health disease, persons in a medical emergency, the elderly populations, children under the age of 16, persons unable to provide informed written consent, persons in prison, persons living in poverty, Indigenous persons or communities, etc., etc., etc. Thanks to Conestoga College, University of Guelph, and McMaster University for input into the Form 1 doc on Seneca College's Research Ethics Board team site. Please consult that because that list of vulnerable populations will inevitably change, shift, and potentially grow in the future. Another challenge students seem to face is to feel that employee research is not risky. Employee research can be risky. Example A, an executive team, all of whom lived in elite suburbs west of Toronto, opted to conduct an employee survey about where the long-standing Central Toronto office might be relocated. Staff generously said they'd go anywhere in the subway line, but please respect that one criteria, as many didn't even own a car. The elite executive team chose a new office location west of the city that'd be an easier commute for themselves, but wasn't on transit and caused a huge disruption and cost for those long-term staffers. Example B, mystery shopper surveys. To survey performance of frontline or retail staff or franchise outlet employees. These research instruments involve deception. Pretending to do something you're not intending to do, buy, or be someone you're not, a shopper. That raises thorny ethical issues. It may anger the unions, it'll stress staff needlessly, and it'll waste their potential commission earning time. I want you to also remember that research design is iterative. Research objectives are discussed, reprioritized, the lowest priority ones get dropped off the list, then the whole project is recosted, then we start again. Sample traits get selected, amended, adjusted, costed for access, then revised again. Surveys get designed, then tweaked, then adjusted again, then tested, then revised again. Don't let your ego or your timeline be upset by these iterations. The input and alterations tend to produce a wiser end effort. Another challenge students should keep in mind with respect to applied marketing research is you should not assume that words don't do harm. Words can do harm, even if you're not a Depeche Mode fan. Don't overlook the possibility that mere words used in applied marketing research can do harm. Major firms such as CBC Radio and Aeroplan carelessly let their research department and their agency do attitude segmentation surveys. These involved degree of agreement statements to what was, in my opinion, and that of many people in the public, kind of crude, offensive statements about gender roles and immigrants and more. And those companies took heat for it in social media and the news, and they deserved it. So saying it's just words to learn about different attitude segments to map out is not a legitimate, valid defense. You must do no harm.